Hey, it's Chris here from the Digital Nexus podcast and Digital Village, and I'm here to talk to you about something that we've been mentioning quite a lot in our podcast recently, and that is Hey Juno, a product that's all about helping you do your research better for your products.
Woke up, tech talk, news flash, AI rolling in future in the dash, digital dreams, cold and safe. We got the vision, never out of sync. AI, as it to the sky.
So I'm going to jump right over here to the Hey Juno landing page just to show you a bit about what it's about. It's research for all. So Juno talks to real people to understand opinions and experiences on your behalf. It's a great tool that essentially is utilizing AI to run studies with your customer, almost like you're running interviews with an LLM type of platform. Very cool. I've been using it quite a lot for a few of my projects over the last couple months. It was in beta, and I think it's now a full-fledged platform that everyone can access. And I found the insights that I've been able to get out of my customers incredibly engaging, incredibly useful, and so much quicker than running that traditional sort of interview style that one-to-one interview they might do for any kind of UX, CX, or just general research projects that you may have. So I'm going to jump into the platform here and just give you a quick overview about how quick and easy it is to set up some of these studies. So you can create a study here by selecting this call to action. You can see some of the ones that we've been previously running here. Right up the front, you're going to be pretty much informing the AI what it is that you're conducting in your study. So you give it a purpose, what is it that you need to achieve in the study. You can set some key objectives, quite a few, like a couple of objectives, up to 6 maybe. And that allows the AI to understand what it is you're trying to achieve. So as it asks these questions in real time, it's making sure that the output is hitting the sort of key goals that you're trying to get out of the actual research piece. You can ask for specific questions. So if there are things that you actually really need the AI to ask specifically, could be yes and no style questions, or could be questions with like multiple choice style answers. You can specify those. It really allows you to get answers that you specifically need for your research piece, as well as the AI potentially asking its own randomly generated questions based on the outcomes that it's already gathered from its customers. So scroll down a bit here. You can have multiple languages. So here in this situation, you may actually want to have different kinds of studies targeting different demographics, different countries. So you may set up one study in English and one study in Chinese or German. And then you can also set the interview duration. So obviously the longer the interview would be, the more information you may get out of your customer. But as a result, you may have to spend a little bit more from an acquisition side of things to entice that customer to want to complete, quite a lengthy interview or discussion, just like you would if you were running these in person. So you give it a name and you give it a research piece, and then you're able to go about starting to design the actual piece itself. Jumping into the design section, once you've completed setting things up, you can start to now tailor what the actual tool is going to look like when it engages with a customer. So you can give it specific brand messaging if you want that to appear, change the brand colors to make it look like the tool that's relevant to your business and your business type. You can actually identify some key segments in the audience as well. So let's say you have a large database of people that you're sending it out to, and you don't know who specifically those people are. You could ask some questions to further segment those responses, whether it's a question around what type of business they work in, if there are gender specificities that you need, or what type of insights into, say, particular products that they like, to really break down that the nuances of what you're trying to achieve at the end of it. You can then choose to identify those participants. A lot of people don't want to give out emails for security reasons, obviously. And so you can choose not to collect personal information and only work off of the data based on the questions and possibly the segments that you have shared. So then you can move on to now sharing the tool itself. And what the tool does is it generates a link. And that link is now the thing that you can share to your customers, to your database, or even to some third-party database. If you have some third-party marketing tools that you are acquainted with, you can distribute it out to them as well and have them complete the form. So I'm just going to jump into some surveys that we've already completed. This one was where we were targeting some startups and accountants just to understand the decision-making process that they have relating to financial technologies. So I click on that, I'll go into it, and I can show you what the output looks like. So the interesting thing is you actually see some of this output in real time, which I don't have an example for here. But if you do have the actual AI engaging directly with the person, you can actually see those person's responses as they're coming through. So really interesting for you to be able to explore more or explore live insights as the customer is filling them in. You can see some of the participants here. We've chosen not to obviously capture emails and capture personal information for obvious security reasons, but you can actually go in and then see the AI summary of what has been captured. So it's giving you a highlighted of some of the questions that have been grouped together and the general responses that have been captured by the tool in the engagement with that customer. So you can actually view the whole transcript as well. So you can see here, this is kind of what the customer actually sees when they're engaging with the LLM or the actual tool itself. You can see here there's a quick key question and then the response that the customer has put in there, and you can review the entire transcript of the engagement piece with that particular customer. You can then see here that there are some additional options. If we had got the customer to complete some profile of themselves, you can have that profile be broken down, and you can see that those insights here as well. So you can see what the business estimated annual turnover is if they're chosen to do it, which is some of the insights we were looking to capture. How does the business self-identify, what industry they're in, how many employees are in their business, and then a participant ID, which is more for the actual tool itself to split out the content. So from here, you can also export some of the information. You can actually analyze it, which would redo the summary, or you can delete it. Say you don't like the survey or the output there, and it's influencing your answers in the wrong way. And so you can see this for all of the participants that have completed the actual survey in itself. But the most interesting part is then the summary and the insights that you get out of it. So you can come here to the Insights tool, and this is just giving you a bit of a summary of all of the information that has been captured. And this isn't even the most powerful section that you may be utilizing within this tool. But you can just select these particular headlines. And here from a trust and reliability standpoint, we see that there were 39 findings or 76 backed that customers, really participants associate to longevity and established nature of financial services in the company with trust and confidence. So I know now if I'm creating anything to do with a platform or a website that I need that association with longevity and established nature of financial services is a key part or a key bit of information that needs to be included at some point in the journey. And we can choose to interrogate this further, see what customers have specifically said about that particular topic and why the AI has chosen to include this as one of the key themes out of the many themes that have been captured from these customers. But the coolest part is even that, it's when you're able to dive into the reports now. So you can actually come here and generate a report for the overall study that you have completed. And this takes a couple of extra credits out of your actual research piece, but it's highly worth it given the outcomes that you're able to pull here. And you can use this in multiple ways, either pushing it through another kind of AI tool if you want to generate some specific visuals or content or place that data into some special visualization. This is the report that will help you to do all those things. So it's just generating a report. And so you can see here, this is what the report then actually looks like. And you can see the summary gives you the highlights of everything that you completed, all the key metrics, how many participants there were, and a big summary of all of the information in a much more meaningful and succinct way. So you can pull insights out of here directly and start utilizing it in your presentations and other format. Really, really powerful and insightful, and found it really, really useful. So I just wanted to share that with you all. Another great thing about this tool is it doesn't store your information. Once you've completed the study, it will delete all the information if you choose to delete it. Otherwise, it will automatically do it after about 30 days if it hasn't been touched. So it is very secure and very private as well. It's not utilizing the insights that are captured to retrain the models. All that is completed separately during their own engines and their own external tools. So I've been finding that tool really, really insightful and useful. So I wanted to share it with everyone. See if there's anything there that caught your eye that you found interesting, maybe something you could use for your research products. I really think it's valuable, and it's continually to add a lot of features, including improving that engine at the end that does the summary and the documentation for more deep dive. If you wanted to pull out CSVs, pull that into your own tools and interrogate that information, even push that into other AI tools that you may utilize within your business. It's a really great tool. Hope you enjoyed that video. Like and subscribe, and we'll probably share more insights and tools like this over the coming weeks. Thanks.
Circuit board buzzing, worldwide, tech trends blazing, digital fire, AI, rising to the sky, digital